Today we are taking you on a thrifting adventure around Oregon, but before we kick off today's episode, we have a very exciting announcement to make.
We'll be hosting 2 group trips in the fall of 2025, Croatia and Greece.
Croatia will take place October 5th through 12th. We will be exploring the beautiful, stunning coastlines of Croatia for 8 days, followed by Greece October 15th through 22nd, an 8-day adventure to Athens and Santorini.
If you want to check out the full itineraries, head over to our website, www.leftcoastrevivals.com.
You will be able to see the full itineraries for both trips along with the pricing.
Croatia will go live for booking November 22nd at 12 p.m. Pacific time. 1 hour later, Greece will go live for booking at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Our last 2 group trips sold out very fast, so if you are interested in joining us on either of these trips or any of our future group trips, head to our website and make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter.
Our newsletter subscribers are going to be the first to know when the trips go live.
All right, without any further ado, let's get thrifting. Today we are out picking and we are looking for vintage for our online vintage store, leftcoastrevivals.com. We're also looking for some cool things for our home. Everything in our home is secondhand. If you've followed us for a long time, you already know that. We love thrifting our treasures.
Today we are headed down to the Salem area, the mid-Willamette Valley, if you will. First stop though is we're gonna be in Dallas, Oregon, and we're gonna go to the Goodwill in Dallas. Here's kind of a cool fused glass dish. I watched a thing on YouTube about how they make the fused glass. It's actually really interesting. Looks like these things they used to make, like keychains where you'd laminate a bunch of acrylics.
Oh, and melt it?
And then you would cut it.
Oh, I was really into that.
Or it's like that, what was that, like art, the little like Fubo stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Maybe
But I think I'm gonna
not.
get
It might
this.
not
I think
be
it's
Fubo.
kind of fun. It's colorful. It's $3.99. What's our color off? We haven't even looked yet. Okay, our color is red. Let's see what's hiding. Oh, that looks like it could be a cool pot. Reminds me a little bit of the texture on some of the Alvino bag knees. I know it's not, but that kind of cool texture. Is this made out of stone? Oh, it is. It's kind of neat. It has an Aztec warrior face on it, and it's $3.99. I'm gonna see if I can find maybe a fork. Sometimes they came in sets with a fork too. Ooh, that's pretty. Signed, Sally Worcester. $7.99, but it's half off. 1984. Awesome, that's a good one. This one's artist signed. He's looking at ducks down there. What do you got?
Well, they're their old Sirocco ducks, so they're vintage. Obviously not our style.
This one is also signed. It's got some kind of glitter in it. And then on the bottom here, 1990, and it's got the artist signature there. Let's put it in the cart and I might do a little bit of research because it's $24.99, so it is a little steep. Thinking on this dish, it's $7.99, made in Japan. And I kind of want to see what these are right here. It's going to take a little bit of digging, but it might be worth it. Souvenir plates.
Yeah.
They're $7.99 each. Let's pass on those. Look, it's Klickitat pottery. What is that though? I think that's original, but it is Klickitat. It's signed down here. Second place annual Frostbite Christmas benefit. Oh, so maybe they made it as an actual award for that event. That's really interesting. I wonder when the second annual Frostbite Christmas took place. We're gonna have to Google that and see. Huge fan of Klickitat pottery though. I actually used to collect it. Do you need a hairbrush? Because if you do, you got options.
I don't need a hairbrush that big.
$1.99, that's a good deal. I don't need a hairbrush either. I have the same hairbrush I've had for like 15 years. That's kind of nice. $4.99.
What's in here?
Nothing. It's pretty nice. It's $14.99 though, but it's a nice, solid, carved little wall sconce shelf. It's very pretty.
I feel like you need another one.
Yeah, is there a second one?
Or something.
Jeez, for $14.99. If this was $4.99, it would be a no-brainer, but I actually think I'm gonna pass on
Yeah,
that.
it's a little spendy.
Okay, we'll leave that here for someone looking for a single shelf. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this. Can't read the signature right now in the store, but I've seen it before and I feel good about it. It's $24.99. I think it's worth the risk. We found a lot of glass at that stop. That was surprising. We don't pick up a lot of glass, but both of those items were signed and dated. Now we are headed just down the street to H2O. This is a really good spot to come if you're looking for outdoor tables, looking for garden stuff.
Oh, look at all the coolers.
Grills. Oh yeah, we could have got our cooler here for sure.
Yeah.
And they also have a lot of exercise equipment, bikes, furniture. We're gonna go check out the furniture over here. Some nice cane chairs. Those would look good recovered. Ooh, what's this light fixture? Is that new?
Yeah.
Bummer. If that was vintage, how exciting would that have been?
Would have been cool. This table's interesting. It's a little beat up.
Yeah, nice solid oak though. Project piece.
Old dresser. I like the handles. Look at the hardware on that. That's cool.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah. I don't know if that's original hardware and it's just been weathered out here, so it's turned
Oh my
cool.
gosh, it could be.
Yeah.
It's just worn away with
Yeah, like the
years and
finish.
years of exposure. All right, no furniture for us, but let's get inside.
There's a lot
Get
more
picking.
furniture inside anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, check it out. Do we need a bathroom sink?
They have everything plus the kitchen sink.
This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have so much fun here with you guys. Look at all this stuff we're gonna look at. That's cool. It's got the tassels too. Let's see how much this one is. It's got $10 on it. That's pretty neat. Look what was behind it. Even better. I love that the base is two-toned. It has the wood on the bottom, but then it has the little brass detail. Let's take a look at that one.
$5.
$5. That's great. Let's see if there's anything on there. So the designer I'm thinking it might be would be Frederick Cooper. He does some Chinese brass lamps that have bases similar to this. I think for $10, it's worth the chance. Sometimes there's a sticker that would say it's by him.
There's no sticker on this one, but people peel stickers off all the time.
They do. That's what I wish that there
Got
was
some
something
sort of
like
a production number here. I wonder if we can get a hit on something
Yeah,
like that.
let's do a Google search and we'll do that. But I think for $10, it's a pretty nice hammered brass lamp. And does it shake? What's the shake test for?
You could just, it's also a maraca.
We're gonna get both of them and bring these to our next pop-up event. So those will be perfect to bring to that. It's $9 for the set, so we're not gonna get them, but these vintage salt and pepper shakers are kind of cute.
That's a lot of salt and pepper that you put in there.
Well, they could be for powdered sugar or
I feel like you fill that
Herbs.
up once and like you'll never empty it. Like is there still pepper in there from 1960?
no.
Oh, because that's missing the plug.
I'd finish that in a week. Who are you kidding?
The salt for
Oh,
sure.
these are cute. Look at these little vintage Nashville ones. Those are nice. Here's a nice little teak bowl.
Holy cow.
$3. teak made in Thailand. See if there's more to this set.
For just one of these?
$5.
Look at the condition.
It's amazing.
It's perfect. I don't think there's another one though, that's the problem.
That's pretty. It's $5. $3. Made in Portugal. Pretty. It's an almost. This tile is interesting. It's $3. You could be Smokey the Bear for Halloween next year. I mean, Halloween just ended.
Right.
It's a pretty nice set. There's one right here, the teapot. Oh, I like this one too. I like that one a lot. 13. That's cool with that kind of primitive. Oh, I'm not even showing you. I'm sorry. It was so heavy. I was kind of misjudging my phone. It'd be a good one for staging, but not shippable.
This little pot.
That's cute. $2. Yeah.
It's cool, right?
That's a great
Mix
one.
it in with a few others.
Yes, you're learning. Lots of good teapot sets here. This kind of caught my eye. It's got frosted birds and it's a super heavy crystal bowl. And it says, it's kind of hard to see, but it says Lalique, France. And it's $6. It's really scratched up. These are pretty valuable. I just wanted to show it to you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Hopefully somebody else finds it, but I thought it was so neat. Look at these beauties from the 1960s. They're $2 a glass. And I love that they have this kind of pale aqua blue color to them. We're gonna get this whole set. I just spotted these over here also, and they match, and they're $2 each. Check out this apple art, $15. That's so great.
Why do they call it red delicious apple?
Because they're delicious.
They're not delicious. We all know they are not delicious.
I mean, I do prefer green apples for sure. Look at the spindles. Full size for only $20.
Here we got Stereo Console City. Welcome to Stereo Console City, your favorite audio store from 1970, where we sell broken down Zenith console tables.
What is this? Is this a whole ironing setup? Does it feed through there and iron?
I guess so.
I think it does. You can put sheets probably and then
You
irons
iron
it.
right. You've been ironing wrong your whole life.
Apparently. Jesse, come here. I'm very curious what you're gonna think of this table. He's either gonna really like it or he's gonna go, meh.
That's kind of a cool table right there.
I was just saying that I wondered if you were gonna like it or not. Because I know you love tile top tables.
Yeah, from a distance it's beautiful, but up close it's pretty scratched up and stuff. But yeah, you know me and my tile tables.
This one's a little bit too 70s, 80s. We
Yeah.
like the more mosaic with more color.
Why do I like tile tables?
I don't know, but I think you need one in your life because you always
Someday.
stop and
This
look at
isn't
them.
the one, because obviously we have plenty of coffee table options at home.
And by that, we have at least 3 options. We kind of trade them out.
No, we've got backups in the garage.
We just can't quite let them go.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes you need to just trade out a coffee table to switch it up.
It's easier than trading out couches. I have a really good feeling.
About the Christmas section?
No, I just have a really good feeling we're gonna find something pretty cool in here. What's this art? Oh my gosh, it has cranes. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Look at this. Robert Bannister. $45. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it'll fit in the car.
It should fit in a car.
Okay, good, then we're
It's not
getting it.
wider than 2 people sitting, right?
I hope not, but I'll sit with that over my head. Oh my gosh, I knew we were gonna find something good in here. I knew it.
Ooh,
Ooh, he says.
Check out that end table over there. Go
Oh,
over
the
there.
chunker. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is a good one. Looks like a butcher block almost. 20 bucks. That's awesome. Think we can get both in the car?
I think so.
Okay, this can go underneath and the
Yeah.
art can go on top.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's definitely tag that too. Got lots of round table options. If you're looking for a round table, did you know that you could find anything you want here for Christmas? Look at this. They have multiple rooms for Christmas. We're coming back tomorrow for that beauty. I love H2O. We always find good stuff there. I think I'm really excited about that art, even though I don't think we have anywhere in our home that it would work. We really just don't have enough wall space. I think it's gonna be a catch and release, right?
For sure.
He is a local Pacific Northwest artist, and some of his prints are for sale online for over $300 for a print. So I'm really hopeful that this ginormous piece of original art is actually going to be quite valuable.
It's like 4 feet by 6 feet, I would say, right?
Didn't fit in the car. It was
Yeah.
so big it didn't even fit in our SUV.
Right. I know. But look, you would be excited. You know what it is?
What?
A backseat down day.
I didn't even think of that. I love backseat down days. It's a really good start. We've only been to 2 places. We've got the back seats down.
Wait, we know what you're all saying, though.
What?
They're all saying you need a bigger car. How have you been doing this so long without a bigger car? And you're probably right, but maybe not right now. But it's on our mind. It is on our mind, right? It's on our mind,
I'm not saying anything. I'm letting you speak here.
but it's,
The overpromiser is not promising anything today.
we just have to wait for the right moment. The right moment will present itself to us.
We're on the lookout.
But yeah, but now we do have to drive back tomorrow and pick up that giant piece of art.
I think the glasses are really pretty. The color of them changes depending on the lighting and how you look at them. From the 1960s, and to find a set that large, that's pretty awesome. Oh, and the best part, she was ringing them up for $2 a piece. And then out of nowhere, I didn't say anything. She just goes, oh, I'll give you all the cups for $1 a piece. And I was like, okay, I won't say no to a deal.
So we're headed back to Salem, and our next stop is the South Salem Goodwill. Do you remember the last time we came here?
I can't remember what we found. I know we came on our big grand Goodwill tour, but I don't remember what we found at this specific Goodwill. Unless it's the one where your head was.
Yeah.
Is this the one where your head was?
Yeah, this is the head.
Oh my goodness. And just for everybody who might want an update on the head.
I'm hoping I'm gonna find like the head's spouse here, like
Oh,
the female
please no.
version of the head.
Please no.
He's kind of lonely, sitting on the stairs.
Yeah, tell them where it is.
It's just on the stairs in the garage.
At eye level, meaning every time I walk into the garage and I open the door, straight in front of me on the stairs, the first thing I see is that head just staring at me. And I walk over to the fridge to get a LaCroix out of there, and I feel like someone's watching me. It's so creepy.
I mean, you should be thankful that that's the place I put it.
Yeah,
'cause
that's true.
I could have done worse.
Put it on my bedside table. We got an empty aisle, a whole empty aisle. Ah, we're getting excited, and these go in the cart. $3.99. Oh, that one's been repaired. I'm so bummed. But this one's good. Here's a giant raku-fired pottery. I like this little pot. It has a very Southwest theme to it. Signed MH, but it's $6.99. I think I'm gonna pass on that. And this one's got some chips on the rim, $4.99. And no.
I just want to put these on my belt. I'd be like an old jail keeper.
Go straight to the chairs. Straight to the chairs. These look like they match my sister's dining room set. The seats sure need to be recovered. They're not good because of the hardware little buttons being on the outside.
Yeah, these are the kind of cheaper Thai.
Thailand teak.
Yeah. I mean, where's it from? Made in Thailand. Look at that.
If you were to restore them and recover them, they'd be nice chairs.
Yeah.
We're checking out this solid wood frame. It's really nice and thick, well made. It's $12.99. We've got a couple pieces of art that need good frames.
Me with the cat.
Yeah, that is like you with JP.
It's like me with the cats.
Look at this whole jewelry display. It's similar to the one that I actually have for my earrings. It's only $2.99. It's 25% off at $12.
It's got a lot of wheat in it.
I'm not a huge wheat fan. Sometimes I do like to say wheat.
Wheat.
But I like the mug. It's really pretty. So that's under $10.
Almost looks like a shaving cream brush.
This pot's kind of cool too. It's one of those little squatty ones. And it's also 25% off of $20. This is the prettiest handle on a pottery bell I've ever seen. $9. Their pricing's good here. Harrison 84. Look at this little wooden house. That is very sweet. $9. I'm on the fence. I might come back for it. I also love this carved wall art. It's carved out of wood and it looks like a little village in Switzerland. A Spanish candle holder, $30. That's my favorite flower painting I've ever seen.
Did you see a Van Gogh?
Okay, Van Gogh's was better. This one's real good.
Monet has some pretty good ones.
A. Roberts, 1969. Love your use of the color blue. $2.50.
Look at these little mugs.
I don't think I'd want to drink out of that.
I feel like it's weird when you're drinking and you're like putting a face to yours.
A face to a face.
Yeah.
Too early for that in the morning. Hey, check it. Oh, yeah, they know it's a home guard. Oh, I was excited to add it to my
Because it's mixed in
collection.
with the Christmas stuff. So
Yeah, I just had a feeling. That's kind of neat. Look at this ram plate. Hans? I can't quite read it. That's really neat. Does it have a price tag? I think that one fell off. Can you see it?
Pottery plate as is.
$25.
There's a little chip on it. That's why it says that. But it's on the back. You can't see it.
Yeah, and that's just really neat.
Oh, there's the chip right there.
Oh, it's also missing a couple of the little beads. Okay, we'll pass on it, but it's interesting. You might want to learn a little bit more about it.
What did you find?
I got a cool old tray for only $25. That's gonna be great for staging.
It's like an MC Escher sketch.
I just found this hidden kind of up on the shelf and it's $42. And we met the vendor and she's so sweet. She said she'd give us 10% off anything in this space today. There are those two cool face vases. Aren't those awesome? Oh, she did? is number 2. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are neat. They're stamped Mexico on the bottom. Let's do those. Those are cool.
I think this is an example where our styles meet each other.
They're stamped on the bottom with a made in Mexico. They're probably from the 50s or 60s. They're just cool and they're different, and I'm excited to decorate with them. They're a little bit outside the normal things that I use, but you know I love a good face vase, and they are so nice. They're a wonderful vendor, gave us 10% off without even asking. We got free candy. He got a welcome gift for it being his first time.
The staff was awesome. They know how to treat customers and be nice to them.
If you're in the area, you should absolutely go by there and check them out. All right, next up, we are going to head to a couple thrift stores, and then we are going to go to one of our favorite antique stores if we can make it in time before it closes, Engelberg Antiques.
We're going to try to hit them up and another place that closes within the hour. So we kind of got to...
Society Thrift is not too far away.
Right, so we kind of got to jump in here real quick and kind of do a speed thrift, right?
I love speed thrifting.
I know.
Another first for Jessie, so this is one that's on my route, the Union Mission store.
I know these aren't all vintage because they make new ones, but...
Yeah, this one's newer, $6.95. This is handmade and it's got a signature on here. $6.95. That's really cool. That's gonna look nice layered with stuff. Okay, we don't really have to whisper, but I feel like we do. It's like being in a museum or a library. There's no music. Well, that's cute. It's from Japan, $3.95. Missing a little bit of the enamel right there, but not too bad. It's a really pretty color. I'm gonna get those 2 little dishes too. $5.95. I don't even know what I would do with it, but I feel like it needs to come home with me. Oh, is that solid wood? Like, think of the charcuterie board I could make with that thing. I don't like that you can't set something in the center.
I don't know. You don't know if it's food safe either, really.
That's actually a really, really valid point. Now we're at a small thrift store. It's got some pretty good stuff. It's an animal thrift store. It's the Humane Society. Jessie, this is $12. It's an antique painting, original side. Yeah, could you grab that off the wall for me? Wow. Here's one of these bells. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, it's a dog.
A little poodle or something?
Yeah, that's so cute. Stoneware, 1967, $4. These actually sell pretty well too, so we're not gonna pick it up. But if you're a reseller,
Days at the shop, we'd pick those up.
yeah, we had more kitsch stuff in the earlier days. It's really adorable, and it's definitely worth $30, $40 maybe even.
A sloth backpack.
No, but I want to see another sloth. I want to take you to Costa Rica to see a sloth.
I had a bear backpack when I was in kindergarten.
Did you really?
Yeah, the
That's
taxi
adorable.
would pick me up, and then I'd...
All right, well now when we get in the car, you have to explain why you took a taxi to kindergarten. So you can't just leave that one out there for people to wonder. Ooh, that's pretty. $3. These don't go together. Those are pieced together. They're not solid. This one is a beautiful solid teak bowl. It's not signed that I can tell. It's only $6.
Worth it for $6.
Oh yeah, for sure. What do we think of this still life? Oh, is it seashells? Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I thought they were fruit for a second. It's a pretty nice frame. $12. Look how solid that thing is. I think there's 2 of them too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
We were in and out in under 10 minutes. We got that antique piece of art. It was really cool because it has 3 different panels on it. It was only $12.
Yeah. The prices in there were thrift store prices. So
We're happy.
Yeah.
It looked like the Pacific Northwest too. It was signed Ellis, Ellis. We've got some homework to do on that beauty.
yeah, it might be the coast, like the Oregon coast,
so
I think.
cool if it's actually the Oregon coast. I can't believe we found that for $12. It may not be a known painter, but that piece alone is worth $200 to $300 minimum, just because of how large it is, how beautiful it is, and how old it is.
Look at this cute little downtown.
We
area.
like Salem.
Wow.
It is cute. It's like a Hallmark movie.
Train.
I love those little things. Did you know that there's a restaurant that we went to once with Brian and Heather, and they have that going around the top of the restaurant? Look, the elf's working too.
Yeah.
You got the train and the elf.
Yeah, he's getting Santa up there.
What?
Look at these giant, like, claws.
Whoa. Those claws look like they got teeth.
I know, right? Those claws started becoming mouths.
Ah.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's very similar to ours, except it has big, clear globes. Ours is bigger than that and smaller than that. We have 1 of each. Look how pretty this mirror is. Very 70s, kind of boho. Flower child, $80. I need to find a shelf like this to put my Kokeshi dolls on. I'm not loving this section, and I actually don't know if it's even for sale, but I think something staggered like steps would be cool, and each one has a Kokeshi doll on it. This little dish is so pretty. It's an incense holder. It's got ginkgo leaves, and it's $8.95. Oh, what's this? I think it's a little bit too shiny, but I like the color. That teal is really pretty. Oh, to core from Matt. That's really cute. $7.99 blue. It's handmade. It's a little bit glossier than I typically like, but I'm gonna think on you. Coasters. We could put these in that little caddy we found.
Those are big coasters.
They are.
They're not gonna fit in a caddy.
No, you're right.
They're almost bowls.
Yeah, they are little dishes, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think the cup would actually not sit flat.
No, I don't know if they are.
Not coasters. We don't know. Are they coasters? Are they bowls? These are nice solid chairs. They even have wooden seats. These look really well made. There's no screws or hardware on the outside. $7.99. There's only 2. If there were 4, I'd get them just because a lot of people like dining sets. These sets of 4. Wah, wah, wah.
Empty car.
We struck out.
Right.
On to the next.
Run out of daylight here.
Yep.
We're out of daylight. But, you know, we couldn't come to Salem without going to the Super Thrift.
And you know what that means. Cue the jingle.
Come on down to the Super Thrift and get thrifty with us.
So yellow tag is 50% off. Check these out. They're cool stone 80s end tables. They're $39.99 each. There's 2 of them. We're gonna get them both. Oh my god, it's a jewelry cabinet.
It's just really roughed up.
Oh wow. And it's really expensive. It's $169.
Yeah.
Dang, that needs work, but that is beautiful. Yeah. The drawer, it's not really super high quality, even though it kind of looks like it should be. So I'm not into this piece of slate at all, but I kind of think that this copper stand would look really neat with a piece of vintage art in it.
Mirror would be cool too.
Oh yeah, a mirror would be great. $7.99. I think that's worth it just for the stand. It's nice copper. We're doing pretty good so far at Super Thrift. Jesse's good at spotting carnival glass now, but do you know the pattern?
Grapes and leaves.
It's a nice little southwestern pot. It's signed and it's only $3.99. Ooh, there's a bigger one that matches it. Let's see how much that one is.
$3.99.
Awesome. Let's get both of those. I'm going to keep those together as a set. They're beautiful. I just dug this out of the bin. $4.99. Oh, cool. It's got the information on the back. Custom built by Bob.
Good job, Bob. Hey, that rhymed.
Hey, can you move that giant one to see if there is a Monet-looking painting behind there?
We found a Monet at Super Thrift.
Wouldn't that be something?
Go viral.
No, not quite.
Just a Renoir.
I was looking for my sister's room. For those of you who remember when I did my sister's bedroom makeover, we're still looking for a few Monet prints or Monet fan art. Could I take a look at that lion head sculpture? That's amazing.
So the tables are lame. They have a serial number underneath them and everything. They're like
Sweet.
etched into it. So at least they're a name brand.
What a good night.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
Well, we have like 0 room left in this car, so
Time to call it a day.
I think so. The last thing I want to do is go see something really awesome and have 0 room for it.
I know, right? Yeah, no, this has been an amazing day. This was just the icing on the cake of an already good day thrifting, and we had a lot of fun. I love coming out this way.
I kind of like this thrifting into the evening kind of thing.
Do you?
Yeah, it kind of slows down a little bit, you know, at this time.
Yeah.
People going and they're having dinner
Calmer.
and stuff, and it's a little bit easier to get in and out of the stores, and obviously you can still find stuff. There's so much stuff.
Those end tables, those are so amazing. They're not really our style, but that is very popular in Portland right now. Anything made out of travertine or marble, stone tables, coffee tables, end tables, plant stands, they're hot. And
Probably
those are
sounds-
gonna sell fast.
Probably sounds weird to a lot of people that like the 80s kind of vibe is coming into style again, I guess. The postmodern stuff.
Postmodern's been in style for a while.
If you lived somewhere where primitives were all the rage and that's what everyone had. Don't you think it would be cool to be the one person who did 80s postmodern?
Yeah, I do.
At least
actually.
you're different, and you might be corner the market for like the
really
handful of people that are into it in the area.
Yeah, I think that's a really great call. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from the pack. That's never a bad idea too.
I think one thing we've learned over the years, quality always is in style.
Yeah, those were Lane. Who knew? We didn't know. We didn't even know those were Lane.
And Lane is like, I wouldn't say Lane is high end. It's quality, mass produced. US
It's a really
furniture.
well-respected brand, and it holds up to the test of time. I mean, those looked incredible. That glass is like this thick, and there were no chips in it. Quality. Awesome. What a lucky day thrifting. Look at this art. Can you even believe it? That was only $12. This is an antique signed Ellis, E-L-L-I-S, and it was only $12. I am so happy we stopped in there. I love that it has the 3 panels. I'm gonna do some research and I will update you in a future video and in the comments below to let you know what I find out about where this location is, who the artist Ellis is, and when it might have been painted. And Robert Bannister is a really well-known artist. Even his prints sell online for a few $100s. So I don't even know how I'm gonna go about figuring out what the value of this giant original art piece is gonna be. We had hoped that maybe we would be able to fit it in one of our hallways, but it's just too big. It's not gonna work after all. So I'm gonna do some homework on both of these art pieces, but as of right now, I'm planning on bringing them to our next PDX Estate Marketplace pop-up vintage event. You're gonna wanna make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter. We've got a new event with them in the works, so stay tuned and we will give you updates on that soon. Jesse and I both really liked these Mexican pottery vases. They have figural faces on them. I'm kind of wondering what they were originally for. I don't know if they were just decorative or if they would have had a cork here and actually held liquid. There's no hole in the bottom or the backside to use it as a small chimney for incense, so they might just be decorative, but I thought that they were really unique and different. And I love decorating with things that are different. So let's go ahead and style these up. We have a lot of rustic touches throughout our home, even though we have a fairly modern style. I love having natural and organic elements throughout our entire home. And a low commitment and easy way to do that would be something like this with coasters. So when you see something like this on the shelf and your instincts are that it might be too rustic for your home, let me show you how you can reimagine it and mix it with modern items. These cups are so beautiful. Do you see that iridescent blue that they have? And then they have that sunflower looking pattern on the bottom. They are so beautiful. I can't believe we found that entire set. And we ended up only paying $1 each glass. At the last minute at H2O, I found these little salt and pepper shakers and she had them on sale half off, but I ended up getting both of them for only $5, which I think was an incredible deal. I love miniature pottery and wooden vases. This one's even signed by the artist. This was our only purchase from Engelberg's Antiques this visit. I loved this incense holder. We have a ginkgo tree in our backyard, and I just think they're the most beautiful leaves. You can tell by the iridescent color that it's Raku pottery, and it's signed by the artist here. I picked this one up for decorating. I thought it would be really pretty to have incense burning. I don't buy a lot of glass, but I really like this one. I thought that was beautiful with that blue and the gold in a kind of abstract design. It's signed by the artist and dated 1984. Never be scared to buy mixed match teak. Teak will always hold its value, even if you only have a single bowl. Save them up till you have a set or sell them individual because sometimes people are missing one. I'm not positive if this is indeed a Frederick Cooper lamp, but I do think it might be. It has a very similar base to some of his online, and the tassels are almost identical. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any signature or sticker anywhere to identify it, but I know it was still a really good deal. This lamp needs a little bit of love. I need to wood oil it, polish the brass, and find the perfect shade, but we will bring this to our next pop-up event as well. I also picked up this jewelry display because it's actually very similar to what I keep my earrings on at home. I'll pop in a video clip of the one that I have at home with some of my very favorite secondhand earrings. And I am also very excited about this tray. It's kind of funny because last week I actually bought a chess or checkerboard to use as a tray because I pretty much had this exact concept in mind. So it's kind of funny that then I actually a week later find one that is indeed a tray. What I love about having a tray that has a pattern is that then you can pair it with some very minimalist, simple items. I kind of think that this copper stand would look really neat with a piece of vintage art in it. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it's such a fun way to reuse something that maybe would have just ended up in a landfill because maybe nobody wanted a piece of hanging slate in their house. And I had this on hand for another project that I'm working on, and it worked perfect for this base. So I actually just set this base on top of the contact paper, traced it, and then cut it out and used a razor to get the edge to be perfect. Not bad for a 10-minute DIY flip. And I will link this in the description below in case any of you are interested in getting this for a DIY project for yourself. Let me know what you think of this DIY makeover in the comments below. Not bad for a single day out picking and sourcing with Jessie. We also have our 3 end tables and the lion head. I was trying to keep my cool when I spotted this lion head at the super thrift store. I knew that I had seen it before, and so as soon as I got in the car, I looked up my videos from Brussels, Belgium when I was antique shopping there. I completely missed this lion. Look at this. It has brass inlaid in it. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. And sure enough, I had come across this exact lion head sculpture in white. It was at an antique store that was so high priced that I didn't even ask how much it was, which I'm super bummed about because now I really wish that I knew how much they were selling it for. I've only been able to find one listing online. It was marked as sold, but it had no pricing info, and it dated it as 1930s, actually Art Deco. My instinct is telling me that it's actually Art Deco revival, so maybe from the 80s, but maybe they're right. I sure hope they were. They had it listed as a French sculpture, which would make sense as to why I had seen one in Belgium because it's so close to France. Bottom line, this was an incredible find to find at Super Thrift. That stop was truly the best way to end an awesome day thrifting, and I cannot believe that I found this amazing sculpture at Super Thrift of all places. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite thing we picked up in today's episode is. What a day. Thank you for hanging out with us. If you stuck it out this far, thank you. We really appreciate you. On that note, we're gonna go home.
Right?
I'm unpacking this car tomorrow. I want to go home, get some dinner, snuggle the cats.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we'll get up, go thrifting, do it all over again.
Ditto.
Have a wonderful night, and thanks again for hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next adventure here very soon.
And today we are going down to Salem, and we are going to Dallas as well.
Not Dallas, Texas. Dallas,
No.
Oregon.
No, yeah, we're not really gonna do Salem, Oregon, straight to Dallas, Texas. That would be
That's another
intense.
day.
I mean, now that I said it, Laura's probably like, okay, let's do Salem to Dallas.
You know
That sounds
me, right?
great. In fall 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020,
2020,
2020,
2020,
2020,
25.